Hello, once again. Hello and welcome to another day in paradise. And welcome to another live edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about this little Nas X video, simply because there's something which is glaring in the face of many people from the outside. Perhaps people in the know, okay, who know how people work, how the entertainment industry works. And there is something so benign about this video, which I want to discuss with you guys. Okay, so, you've seen the title of the video itself, and the title of the video is what? Why this video is your fault. All right, why is it your fault? And that's what we're going to discuss today. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come into the room. Once again, I'd like to say thank you for coming, simply because I know this is a little bit ad hoc again. I simply haven't had the time to edit these videos. All the videos that you normally see where I edit them, it takes me a full day of editing to make a 20-minute video. I have a video which is ready to be, editing in the process of being edited right now. I just didn't get around to having the time to editing it. I will bring it to you as soon as possible, but I don't think it's going to be ready until at the very earliest Friday. Okay, so I just wanted to apologize for that. But yeah, this is much easier for me to do this, and I really felt like I needed to speak about this one as well. This one was important because a lot of people are getting. Did you paint? No, a friend painted it actually. And hello anyway, hello. Yeah, a friend painted it. Hand painted, that was. It's an amazing painting. I'm sure she's got them for sale as well, actually. So she does many different types of paintings, just like this stuff. Incredible, hand painted. Can you believe that? Anyway, yeah. So let me just see. Hello, who's inside here? It is really nice. It's very striking. It's not normally my cup of tea. I like abstract, simply because I like looking at art which makes me ponder and stare at it and look at it and make me ask questions about it. I like walking away from art and having more questions in my head than answers. I'm not an art aficionado, right? I'm not into art like that, but yeah, that's just me. So anyway, where was I? I was talking about art. Little Nas X, the person that did his video, that was a Chinese guy and an African American woman who came up with the concept and everything else. The Chinese guy oh goodness, sorry. The Chinese guy is what's his name? Thomas Huang. Thomas Huang. Yeah. He did the video Cellophane for, he does quite a lot of really cutting edge videos for normally Black British artists. So he did a video for Cellophane for, gosh, what's her name again? F-Cat Twigs. So he did that video. And actually this video, the video that you saw, if you have seen it already, I'm going to explain the video soon for you people who haven't watched it, who maybe seen a clip and gone, that is nasty. I'll explain it for you in a moment. But that Cellophane, that video that he made for F-Cat Twigs, is very closely related to the video made for Little Nas X. Yes, just in time. I'm sure you just seen it. And you know what? Let me ask you this. Was it a 3-minute video? Because he's got 2 videos. He's got a longer version one, which people are sort of 3 minutes is enough. 3 minutes is enough of that for most people. I'm going to give you my opinion on it as well, actually, because the video itself is actually very well made. Very, very well made. You know, the colors in it and everything. It's a very expensive video. That 3-minute video, I'm not sure how much it cost. Many millions for that 3-minute video. Yeah. It is enough. Yeah. It was created on a big budget. So we're talking money from, you know, from them, that kind of money. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. The Hollywood elite, those types of people. So they spent a lot of money on this video. It's an important video. However, you got to ask yourself why this video was made. Why do it like this? Is it just for attention, or is there more sinister reasons why? Just in time. I believe he is the anti-Nas. Maybe. He's the polar opposite of him, isn't he? I mean, I think the original Nas is the original Nas from New York. You know, he's an old school New York rapper, isn't he? He's brilliant. He's absolutely, that's talent. Like, there's so many talented rappers coming out of New York back in them days, back in the 90s. It all started to turn popish, didn't it, with the introduction of what's his name? Who's the guy that married JayZ? They made a track together. Oh, did they? I didn't know they made a track together. FCAT Twigs and Little Nas X made a track together. Or did Nas and Nas make a track together? Sorry. Did Nas and Nas make a track together? We'll let you answer that in a minute. Anyway, so, I doubt it. Ben Affleck. No, who was Ben Affleck? No, not who she was married to. Oh, God. No, JayZ was married to someone else. She's been married to lots of people, innit? Oh, God. I forgot where I was even going with that anyway. But anyway, so P. Diddy, thank you. So it started around the 90s with P. Diddy. Thank you, Cave Crusher. P. Diddy was the person that turned rap, or what you're seeing today. It was the genesis of all this, I don't know, questionable artists that you see coming out today. Ones that are geared up for purely to make money. Oh, she dated him. Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry about that. Okay. But he was the genesis of this. He is the person that started it all, because before that, there was no way you could be considered a rapper or even an R&B artist back in the mid 90s, early 90s, even the late 90s. There was no way you could be considered a male apex artist and have anybody speak to you, speaking about you, saying that there is a possibility that you may be a homosexual. It was impossible. They couldn't market you. No one would want to market you. All right? So back in those days, you know, I remember when Luther Vandross came out, and his career went straight away, right? How many people have seen, oh, what's his name? Oh gosh, there's so many artists that come out, and as soon as they come out the closet, boom, they know their career's over. That's what it used to be like, but it's all changed now. It's all changed now, and we're in a situation now where these artists coming out is a bonus, especially if you're going into the pop realm. It's an absolute bonus, because they're going to see you as being more marketable to a larger audience. They're going to use you, of course, if you're an artist and you come out as being of the LGBTQ community. Boom, they're going to love that, because they're going to be able to sell you to people of course, more races, more ethnicities, more nationalities. They're going to market you to the richer nations as well, okay, who are going to accept you easier. Okay, so that's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. This is why there was a change, a seismic change in in the way black male entertainers were going in the noughties. Okay, so you know, it was still, it's about population control. Explain that just in time. Explain that, because it's a I keep saying the people that you see whose name normally ends with Bernstein or Goldstein or you know, I don't even like saying the J word here. Okay, I won't say that. But people, you know who I'm talking about. Them. So these people, the Hollywood elite, the agents, the the production assistants, everybody who is part of this machine, right? Who are part of Little Nas's machine. Yeah, not, you could call them the mafia. They're the entertainment mafia. Yeah. So they are part of this machine, and Little Nas X is just a little cog in that machine. He's not even that important. They can find another Little Nas X. He's not important. I forgot where I was going with this, but wow. I'm not even going to repeat that, Musa. We're in a situation where we came into the noughties, and they were looking into the future. Okay, these agents, these people that already owned the vast majority of black artists in that arena, they were looking at the far future. And you know, this is where we get mumble rap from, right? Mumble rap. There is even a mumble rapper called Future. Okay, that's not a coincidence. Called Future for a reason, because they saw him as the future. This is made. He was made. He was created. The whole genre was created, and it wasn't created for people that look like me. It was not created for that. They were created to enter the mass market. That's what they're created for. They turned the original Nas upside down. Yeah, well, that's what they have done, right? That's what they have done. So anyway, I want to get back to this question. Why is this video, let me explain the video first actually before I go into it. Why is this video your fault? Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to explain what happens in the video. So if you haven't watched the video already, spoiler alert, the video is about Lil Nas X, and you see him and he's in some sort of beautiful sort of esoteric garden, utopia, you know, and it looks like it represents the Garden of Eden, actually. It looks like the Garden of Eden, and I think he is Adam. I think, actually, now that I come to think about it, I think Lil Nas X in that utopian garden is their version of Adam and Eve in one person. I think it's both. I think it's both love nature. I think it's both Adam and Eve together. Yeah, that's who she is. Diddy. Yeah, so he's in this garden. He gets talked, and there's some sort of entity which speaks to him in this garden. And of course, you guys know what happens. He goes to hell. So he goes to hell, sliding down this pole. I'm trying to think of this at the top of my head. So he's wearing a pair of patented leather high heel boots whilst he's sliding down this pole. Yeah. Oh, really? Just in time. So just in time just said he's trying to say that God was a dictator and the devil freed us. I hate to be the bearer of bad words, but did the devil free us? What world did the devil free us into? I'm not a religious person, but what kind of a world did he free us into? And God being a dictator, I don't think God is a dictator. I think those people who pretend to represent God on this earth are the dictators. Nicole R. I don't blame you. It's only 3 minutes long. It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. But it's so typical. It's to be expected, actually. It's reaching. It's desperate. It's attention seeking, but that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, so he slides down this pole. He's wearing a pair of patented leather high heel boots, knee-high boots. Hello, main man, Dev. Hello. Ashley Neon. Me neither. I'm not giving Nas a view. No. I think his video, he gets a lot of views on his videos on YouTube, man. Wow. Yeah, he does give the devil a lap dance, which is just nuts. Man. So anyway, let's have a look. He has millions of views. That video has 53 million views, but he normally gets on his videos 100 mil, 150 mil. Some of his videos has views. And the thing is, let me tell you this. When I was going to do this video, I needed to look for a thumbnail, right? Yeah, YouTube is pushing this, Miss Janice. I was looking for a thumbnail. So I typed in Little Nas, Call Me. The video is for a song called Call Me, right? So an artistic piece called Call Me by Lil Nas X. So I put that into Google, typed it in, pressed image, and lots of these images came up. Normally, as a YouTube creator, we struggle to find the right type of image that we can use as a creative for our thumbnails. Yeah. It's normally a struggle to find these images. But if you type in Little Nas X, call me, take a look for yourself, type it into Google and press images, a ton of high quality visual images, even the right size. So I didn't even have to chop the image down or anything, just the right size. I just downloaded the image and you can see for yourself. I just wrote in what I wanted to write in. It's all there. They want you to promote it. They want us to promote it. This was geared for viral marketing. It was geared so people would talk about it. Nothing we ain't seen before, right? We know this. So, where was I? You got Little Nas X sliding down this pole, gets down there, he meets the devil, and then he seduces the devil. That's what happens. He seduces the devil by riding on him and grinding on him, and yeah, you would have seen it for yourself. If you've seen it for yourself, it's pretty crazy to see a young kid, you know. He's only 21. He's a kid. He's still a child. I'm wondering, how old was he when he did that first video with that cowboy guy? He must have been a child, man. He must have been 15 years old. Some 5 years ago now. Anyway, so yeah, and he's grinding on him, and then in the end he kills the devil. That's what happens. He kills the devil, and then he takes the devil's crown and he becomes the devil. There you go. That's the video. And so this brings us back to the question, right? Because we know why the video was made. It was made to go viral. It was made in a way which was going to disturb us and say, oh, and enable people like me to make videos about it like I'm doing so now, right? So we know why it's made, but the reason it's made is because we enabled it to be made. We are the enablers of these types of videos. The people who are in charge of these videos, of the production, the artists, the executive producers, you know, the people who put in the real money, the agents, the ones who shape this artist and put him in front of your camera. I know. I did Ocean Yemi. So these people know what they are doing. They are really good. They are not going to spend millions and millions of dollars making a 3-minute video for no reason. The video was designed to be impactful to one specific community, our community, you guys inside there, because the people who are working in the background, who work in the background of Little Nas, they don't look like us. None of them do. Actually, maybe a handful of them do. Chinoso Regimus, I am yet to see a video that would promote African diasporas living in Africa, where I'm yet to see video where I don't understand that one, sorry. They're promoting it for the youths to, yeah, well, go on. The people who own these companies hate us. Okay, I'm going to tell you this, right? The people who own these these companies probably don't hate you, right? They probably don't. They just don't care about you. They don't care. They don't get up in the morning and think of you and think, I hate these people. No, they don't care about us. You are not at the forefront of their mind unless there is money to be made out of you. That's it. These people are hell-bent on making money. This is why they wake up in the morning and it's all they think about. They enjoy the minstrelsy and capitalize on it. Well, okay, so this is the whole point I'm trying to make. We are our own worst enemies, right? Because we're the types of people, right? In our community, right? We use people, entertainers, sports stars, as the people that represent our race, represent our people. They do that. This is a massive problem because the people who we say represent us are being controlled. They are being controlled. This is the reason why when everyone was supposed to take a knee in the NFL, a lot of black players didn't take a knee. They didn't take a knee, and the reason why is because they are being controlled. If there was unity, then everybody would uniformly say, every black player, we are not going to play until, what's his name? Who's the guy? He used to play for the 49ers. Yeah, until he's playing again. Somebody give me his name. Give me his name. Yeah, so they are all puppets. That is right, just in time. They are all puppets. So these people, Kaepernick, thank you. So they know they have them under their control. They know that many of them finished university and struggled through it, but you know, most of these athletes, they went to university purely to play ball. That's the reason why. They know they're not the sharpest tools in the box. They don't care about that. They just simply care about using these people to make money for the talent that they have. Okay, so anyway, back to Little Nas X. So you have this machine that is controlling Little Nas X. And Little Nas X is, of course, a willing participant. He is making a lot of money. He's making tons of money. And oh, don't be surprised if he's going to make another video, which is going to be even more outlandish. And other artists are going to do something very similar. They are going to start making outlandish videos. They're going to push it a little further, a little more. They're going to look at this video, see everybody's reaction, see everybody sharing it, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to be like, okay, this is how we get 250 million views without having to pay, you know, for posters and stick it on MTV and all that. We don't have to do that anymore. Things are changing. We don't need to do it. All we need to do now is make a video so outlandish, so crazy that people are going to have to watch it. Sorry, Diddy. Look at his shoes with the, oh yeah, that's crazy, right? Those will sell, right? Those shoes, his new Nike shoes with the human blood in it. I don't know if you guys know this, but he has Nike shoes which has human blood on it, and it has the letters 666 written on it. Those are going to sell off the rack. Those will sell out. It's crazy. You're going to see. I've never seen that before, to be honest with you. I've never seen it before. They're going to sell out. They sold out. Oh my God. That's not surprising. They represent the principalities of darkness, creating spiritual warfare. I don't even think they do. They just don't care. These people know what affects us, and they are looking to agitate us. Hey, we need to make a video where everyone's going to start talking about us. What do they hate? These are conservative black people. How do we stir up the conservative black group of people? Let's poke them. And that's what they are doing. They got a red hot stick and they're poking us to get us agitated, to make as much noise as possible. To click that. Yeah, please guys, click the like button if you can. Please click the like button. I don't know what it does, but yeah, it'd be well appreciated. To care is to be human. That is true to a certain degree, but we need to stop doing this. First of all, we need to stop using these entertainers, right, and stop caring about what they are doing. They don't represent us. They shouldn't represent you. You shouldn't be using them, right? Because a lot of black people were saying, "Oh, look at this kid. What's he teaching our children? He's not teaching our children anything. Your children shouldn't be watching MTV. There's nothing good on it anyway. Let them listen to that type of music on a radio or on the MP3, not MP3. My God, how old am I? On their phones, but let them listen to the audio. They don't need to watch these crappy videos." Yeah, it is like a vegan eating raw meat. Yeah, so we don't need that. We need to stop enabling it. That's what we are doing. My gosh, $1,000 a pair. That is nuts. That is nuts. I had no idea. Nike is suing. They did not sponsor the shoe. They didn't. That's going to get even more. You watch, it's going to get even more people buying it. African people are not accountable to anything. Broken to place of no return. No other community will accept. We don't need, but that's the whole point. We don't need any other community to accept us. I don't think we do. And I think putting ourselves in a situation where we don't care about what other communities say or think will strengthen us. Like the Chinese. Like the Chinese. The Chinese don't care about what you think. If you are not ethnically Chinese, they don't care about what you think, how you feel. They are cold to you because you don't exist to them. Simple as that. If we're like that, then we stand a better chance. We do stand a better chance of getting out of this situation where we're being controlled by everybody else. 10:18. Wow, Luke 10:18. I'm going to look that up afterwards. Has anyone got the Bible in front of them? Can you show me? Can you write that? I don't have the Bible in front. I cannot believe we don't have the Bible here. That's great. Got the Quran. I don't have the Holy Scriptures here. My gosh, Luke 10:18. I'm going to have to look this up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to look this up now. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. Luke 10:18. Luke, and I hope this Bible 10, chapter 10. I'm going to wait. Maybe one of you guys write this down before I. Verse 18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions. Right there. and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Oh, wait, okay. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. Okay, let's break that down a little bit, okay? So, he replied, I saw Satan. I'm not sure who's talking here. Is it Luke speaking? I think it's Luke speaking in this, right? And he's having apparitions, he's seeing things, right? I saw Satan fall like lightning from the heaven. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. I don't understand that. If any of you guys understand that, please let me know what that means. I did years of Bible study. Did anybody go to the memorial, by the way? It's a Jehovah's Witness thing. If anyone went to that, let me know. France just closed its borders and schools. Really? That's not good. That's not good. Sorry guys, I've got to get back to this. Let's get back to this. Satan was the minister of music in heaven, I believe. He was kicked out of heaven, apparently. Yeah, apparently. Apparently so. So, I can't remember where I was, but we use these entertainers and singers and we put them at the forefront of our community and say, oh my gosh, when they do something silly like this, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is crazy. Why are we so surprised when people do stuff like this? When the people that are supposed to be the pillars of our community, the entertainers, the sports stars, we should not be relying on these people in any case. Let me tell you this. Do you ever see, you know Marilyn Manson, right? Do you ever see Marilyn Manson make one of these wild videos? Because he makes videos like this, like Little Nas X makes all day long. These chicken and chips to him, they are nothing. He does these types of weird videos all the time. Marilyn Manson. Do you ever see white people turn around and say, well this is terrible. I don't know why he's doing this. You know, what's our children going to do? Our children are going to learn this, and you know, this is. No, of course they don't. They don't. White people don't care about what Marilyn Manson is doing. He could do the worst video. I mean, I haven't seen many of his videos, but I know they're all edgy, all of them. They're all about sodomy and all sorts of other crazy stuff. No one cares. Because in the white community, they are comfortable. The white community already know. They are comfortable in knowing that people like Marilyn Manson are not the pillars of their society. They are not representative of the greater white people. They're not. But we put people like JayZ, we put him at the front. Yeah, he's our man. Why? Because he's a billionaire. That's the reason why you put a rapper at the forefront and use him as the pillar of your society and say, we all need to be like JayZ. When we see him dance spirit cooking with Abramovich, once again, we cannot trust these entertainers at any point in any type of way. We can't do that. And we should. So when we see videos like Little Nas X's, which was clearly made to get as much attention as possible, we shouldn't really care about it that much. We shouldn't put that much attention into it. We really shouldn't, and it shouldn't be that important. But because we throw our hats off and go all wild and say, oh my gosh, what's this man doing? He's devil worshipping. How dare he? You know, because we do that, this is the reaction they are looking for. And we don't learn. So it's a horrible circle where they're just going to continue to make videos like this, make them more and more provocative. So more and more people will share it and our community will talk about it more, you know, and the YouTube algorithms will boost it and put it in front of everybody's device. The first thing they do when they click on YouTube, the YouTube application, they will see Lil Nas X's video. It's been pushed in front of everybody. 53 million views, and it only came out a couple of days ago. That's insane, insane. So Ashley Lauren, so ignore Lil Nas X and Kevin. I've never said ignore Kevin Samuels, by the way, guys. I said watch him, but don't use his information as don't take his information as gospel. You know, he's in the entertainment business. That's what it is. That's all I'm trying to say. So, you know, when this Derek Jackson came out, when all that stuff happened the other week, we all saw Derek Jackson for what he was, but I wasn't surprised because most YouTubers have a front. We mostly use this front that we put in front of people, right? Normally what you see is not the person who they are. It's a person who they are pretending to be. So Derek Jackson is the norm. He is very much the norm, right? He's not weird. He's doing exactly the opposite of what he tells other men to do. He was, for all intents and purposes, all these years, he was getting the best information for women, and he knew where to get this source of information. He knew he can get it from himself. He was the source of his own information. This is why he was so good. Derek Jackson is, the norm. Most of these YouTubers, especially the ones who make out like they've got lots of money, don't have any money. They are putting on a front, and some of them are better than others. Let's have a look. Sorry. We back the worst people to look up to. Possibly. They tell you what you want to hear. That is true. But the thing is that all these people, as soon as we give them attention, there is now a real-time way that their agents and their publicists, their people, right, the ones that are in the background who are normally, you know, those types of people, Hollywood elite. Normally those people, they can see it in real time and they can fine-tune their response all the time. They can make their videos a little nastier. What time did we shut off the video when we were watching it? They know that. They know what time we shut it off. They know what we was thinking. They know our reaction because they can see our faces. So when we're watching these videos, they see our faces. It's called junk information that these phones, that all these devices, they record and they send it back to the Google mainframe computer. And then this mainframe computer, which is the size of an apartment building over there in Silicon Valley, sorts out that data and sells it to people in real time. Okay? Lil Nas X, once they get all that data back, they can spit that back to, they can sort it out and spit it back to Little Nas X's people, his agents or whoever, you know, publicists or whoever, they give it to them and they have all these parameters, Google Analytics, they can see everything. They know exactly how, not just, they know what type of reaction they are getting. They don't need us to type anything anymore and say, oh, wow, this was disgusting. They can hear the word disgusting whilst I am saying it and talking about Little Nas X. And they're putting two and two together. And now I'm doing this on YouTube. So this is owned by Google. It's going back to their mainframe, and their mainframe is like, yeah, okay, then everyone's saying that this is disgusting. What part of it is it disgusting? They'll listen to the video more and more and more. They'll package that information. They'll sell it. That's what they do. It's how Google is making their money. It's all about the reaction. And we as Black people need to be able to control that reaction. We need to be able to control that reaction, because a lot of the times, a lot of these profiles that you see on Instagram talking about how crazy this Little Nas video is, how it's disgusting and this, that and the other. A lot of the times they're just bots. They're just, you know, it's a computer program which is pushing this information out there to us. They're not real people. They're trying to build something. They're trying to build that they want it to go viral, and they can do it themselves by getting people to watch this video. Yeah, it's genius. It really is. It's genius, the way they do it. So this is what we need to do. We need to stop putting these people up as a pedestal and stop caring so much, right? We should not care so much. And the thing is, because we care so much, I know that, I think Just in Time said it earlier, you know, caring is human, but we need to stop doing that about this. We need to be selective with what we care about. We need to be highly selective. We can't just care about anyone who is Black, because some of those people are in bed with entities that were trying to destroy us. So that's the situation. We need to be able to see what is coming and not blow up about it, because our reaction is really important to people who back at Google, and people who are surrounding the people who created the artist Little Nas X. We do need to stop being emotional, discerning truth. We do need to stop being emotional. Actually, it's okay for us to be emotional, but we need to be able to control that emotion. Because we as Black people, we always fall foul to having our emotions being used and abused against us. Our emotions are always used against us all the time. And because we don't have this cool, calm demeanor, because we're not cold and calculating like we should be cold and calculating. If we were more cold and calculated, they could never use this type of thing to get our people all, I don't know, flustered. They wouldn't use it, and you wouldn't see these types of videos being made. These videos are being made on purpose, clearly on purpose. For the reason, because they want you to make sure, they want you to see this as being a nasty video, something that your kids shouldn't talk about. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to these teachers at school about it, and then I'm going to go and speak to my friends at work about it. This is disgusting. And then I'm going to put a post on Instagram. It's crazy. There's just people in the background just saying this is just too easy. This is too easy. And our emotions are easily manipulated, especially the anger emotion. That one's the easiest one to manipulate. It's easy to make black people angry. It's very easy, right? So we need to get to a point in which we are comfortable with ourselves, with our story, with our background, our culture. We do the same thing when we see people getting apparently culturally appropriating our culture, which are actually many subcultures, of course, right? When we shouldn't get angry when Kim Kardashian wears cornrows. Let her wear them. She's going to wear them for a week and then she's going to get bored with them. But because we went crazy about them, oh my goodness. Everybody believed that it was her creation. This is something new. These are cornrows. Yes. This is something I have made. Of course, she took that, she used it and she made it mainstream. We shouldn't have to care about that. We should allow people to use our culture. Let them put it into the public arena. Of course, they need to give credit for where it has come from. As long as people give credit, that's not a problem. You know, we have many museums here. And in the museums here, we've got lots of artifacts from Nigeria and from Togo and Benin. Some of the finest artwork I have ever seen in my entire life. Just made hundreds of years ago by tribal craftsmen. The best, they must have been the best craftsmen in the world. Those guys in Benin, they must have been. So intricate, just, man, anyway, beautiful. So, a lot of that stuff has been looted and taken to museums. You can go to the British Museum, Natural History Museum in London. You'll see a lot of stuff that has been taken from there. And I saw an interview with the chief the other day. And he was like, we don't want this stuff back. We don't want it back in Togo. Leave it out there. Leave it in the museums in Beijing and in LA and in New York and London. We don't want it here. We want these pieces to represent us, for people to see these pieces and say, wow, these were made in Africa. You know, if we have these pieces, these fine pieces of art taken back to the Togo and to Benin and to Nigeria and to Ghana, what is out there to represent us? What is going to be to represent our artistic creativity, our engineering prowess? What is going to be there? Nothing. Nothing. We're not going to be able to sell ourselves to the world if we are taking back all of our artifacts and placing it back in museums in the Togo, because we can have a museum in Benin, and it's not going to get as much people going to that museum as if it was in London. And every museum, every art gallery in London is free of entry. I'm not sure if you knew that. You don't have to pay a penny to enter any museum or any art gallery in London. It's great. If you have kids, it's amazing. So yeah, That is good. Straight hair extensions, wigs for far outweigh cornrow, whereas yeah, that's very true as well. And that's yeah, and have we appropriated that? We haven't. I think it's arguable that to say that we haven't. There are women on the continent with straight black hair, right? We didn't have to take that from anyone. Yeah, well, not all of the crown jewels are ours. Some of them are owned by the Indians, right? They stole a lot of stuff from us. But we shouldn't need to ask for these crown jewels back. Keep them there. But they should have a picture of these crown jewels, and in Buckingham Palace somewhere where people go to visit Buckingham Palace, and they should be able to just point out where each jewel came from and which African jeweler, you know, because they didn't just find them in the rough. It was jewelers in Africa. They were given as jewels in Africa and sometimes taken that way. Who cut it? Which African man put his hands to work and cut this fine emerald or ruby or diamond that the Queen now wears in her crown? Then it's okay. It's all we need. Diamond's not going to do anything to us. It's not. I'm ready to do a hike. Yeah. Actually, there was a guy who has been doing that type of thing. He's been causing a bit of a ruckus. I believe in Switzerland. I believe in Geneva. I have to find that out. But yeah, I think he was an African American guy, and he wasn't African American. He was continental African, and he wanted his jewels back. They wanted everything back, but we don't need it. We don't need it back. We just want the credit. Give us the credit. Okay? Give us the credit. Show people in the world what we can do. It's not that important, but it's important that diasporans know the talent that African continentals have, because many of them don't. Many of them are brought up in educational systems here in the West which don't say anything about Africa's history. I was watching a video the other day, and there was a professor on there from an American university, American professor. And one of the guys asks him, the person who's interviewing him asks him, okay, so in Africa there was there any written language in Africa? And he said no. This is a professor, a white professor, and he said no. And now we know that's not the truth. We already know that's not the truth. But I'm not sure he was doing it for National Geographic. I can't remember which program he was on. But that's what he said. He said, no, Africans never communicated by writing to one another, which is total. There are many groups of people inside Africa who had their own way of writing and communicating, using shapes, written, what we now call writing. It does all start with Africa. We now know what the Mesopotamians and where they were getting their knowledge from. All these great civilizations that they push to their children here in the West, we know where they were getting their knowledge from. But they were getting it from Africa, weren't they? Okay. This is the reason why they know everything. They know where Sirius 6 is in deepest outer space, but they don't know who created those pyramids in Giza, do they? Or do they? They know. They just don't want other people to know. It's important that our children know who built those pyramids. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. And we need to start to think this way. We need to start focusing on ourselves, not on little Nas. Little Nas is, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, he did. Okay. Nas talked about it in his songs. Yeah, he did. He did. We need to now start to control our emotions so that we can stop these types of videos being used. The only reason these videos are being produced, Lil Nas's videos are being produced, is because they know how we will react to them. If we didn't react to them, they wouldn't make them. And it's as simple as that. So that's my little spiel. I only wanted to stay on for an hour, but guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear what your thoughts are on this one. Should they take it down? I don't think they should take it down. I think that would be like Mein Kampf. I shouldn't have said that. Watson demonetized me now. Anyway, books like that have been banned. Now everybody's looking for them. Why would you ban a book for? You know, if they were open about books like Mein Kampf and they just said, okay, then it's rubbish anyway. It's because they are scared that people are going to be interpret the book and see something inside the book which is going to influence them to do something silly. They're scared of that. Okay? But now everybody wants it. Everybody wants a book that they don't want you to have. Are you going to Italy? Yes. I'm trying to think when I was planning to go to Italy. Yes. I still don't know when, but yes. Get back to me on that. We do need discernment and not censorship. It shouldn't matter what an MTV video. Our kids should not even be watching these MTV videos anyway. It shouldn't be on. I don't have a TV in my house. For this reason, I don't have a TV in my house. I don't need one. Why would I need one for? Oh, really? Wow, your father read MK from cover to cover. I guarantee you, if they hadn't have banned it, if they hadn't have banned that book, they wouldn't have. He probably wouldn't have read it. Everybody wants to know what they don't want you to know. That's the whole part. That's the gist of it. So it's all about what type of attention we give this. This is the most important thing, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Okay. I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I have to find a copy and read it. You will gain a whole new. Yeah. Perhaps I will. Perhaps I will. I don't trust that man. Clearly not. And I don't live. He's from a place not a million miles from here, actually. He was brought up in a tiny town right on the Bavarian border, right on the border of Germany, but it's actually in Austria. So yeah, he's sort of Austro-German. He was. So anyway, yeah, I don't really find interest in these types of authors, but yeah. It'll be interesting to see what was going through his mind. So, find a way to invite people in your live streams without having enter personal email. Make it by device, not email. I didn't know that. I don't know that. I literally just wanted to make the live stream today, and I just thought, just go live. Let's have a look. His principles were spot on against a real and perceived oppressor. That, I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you on that one. For sure. But enough about him. Yeah, that is all. That is me for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow again to start off a new month. So, guys, I'm going to be making a lot more videos as of, not the first tomorrow, but definitely as of Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be making a lot more content. So yeah, watch this space. Thank you. Okay, so guys, I will see you in the next one. Okay, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for watching. To our bit. Bye guys.